I promise you guys, there is not half-eaten McDonald's in this bag that I am reconsidering eating again. Because that is absolutely disgusting. Much like my hopes and dreams, we're going to be doing the Q&A video here. And this will probably be spread out through all of time, but I know a lot of you guys are going to enjoy this. I even dug out some things you guys don't even know about for these videos. So kick back, enjoy, and this is going to be part one of what's really good to play against the meta. Alright, let's dig into this. Alright, we're going to be answering a lot of questions about the meta, a few personal things, and, well, yeah, so the first question we're going to be answering comes from YuGiOh Kanpaku. He asks, what's a good deck to play against the meta? So the first thing I'm going to tell you is, if you're looking at the current metagame, I'd probably, if I was planning to win an event, I'd probably go with Sky Striker, Trickstar. Unfortunately, it's going to be your best bet. You're going to be pouring about $1,000, if not $1,200, into the deck. And I know a lot of people aren't going to like me saying that, but I think if you want to play a deck, you go with the best deck. You have a lot of really good counter picks going for you. You can play Altergeist, you can play Goki, you can even play Pure Sky Striker. These decks are all very good. If you want to go against the meta, I mean, you can play Spirals, but you're going to have to understand that what you're going to be attempting to do is, well, you have to beat Sky Striker and the Trickstar half of the deck within the match procedures. I wish you the best of luck in that uphill battle you're going to have, but my problem with looking at the meta is you have to play against Sky Striker Trickstar, so you may as well play the best deck, which is Sky Striker Trickstar. You're just going to have to make sure that you know what you're doing in the matchup. I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to be an absurdly hard matchup for you, especially if you're just kind of pulling the deck off of the street, picking up all the stuff and learning how to play. It's going to take you a lot of time, because there's a lot of interactions I think a newbie might not possibly understand, but for the most part, if you are approaching this with all seriousness, spend your money, get the deck, prepare to lose a little bit of money, unload it all after the event. I think it's going to be the best possible thing to do. Gang Gang asked, what was your first Yu-Gi-Oh card? Well, my first Yu-Gi-Oh card actually was a starter deck, Yugi, back in the day. I still have my original pot of grief, guys, if it makes you feel any better answering this question, but I had the original first edition Dark Magician. Used to have the Blue Eyes. I don't actually know what ended up happening to the original starter deck stuff I had, but I still have my super lime-ass green pot of greed from back in the day. Man, those were the days when Yu-Gi-Oh was fun. Captain Dread 0715 asks, what is your favorite deck of all time? What is the rarest thing in your collection? What's the highest you've ever placed an event? And what got you into YouTube? Well, that's a lot. Okay, so first off, my favorite deck of all time is Gadgets. Most of you should already know this. There is a legacy on this channel for how we got here. Rarest thing in your collection. I have a lot of really cool tidbits, but the coolest thing I actually own in Yu-Gi-Oh! As of this very moment is my Shelga. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is a World's Prize card. This is awarded, I believe, to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and then I believe there were another 3 released to the Dragon Duelist. Should be 6 of these in the world, probably not including a couple of copies that are passed through the Konami employees' hands. But, for the most part, this is the rarest thing. Now, I know a lot of people have done research into Worlds cards. A lot of people knew I used to have the Pit Boss. I used to have the Emperor of Lightning as well, both of which ended up selling off because of financial strain and things like that. But got my shit back together, started getting older and wiser in my decisions, and I hate it's platinum rare, I'm not gonna lie to you, but having a piece of history like this in the game, you're looking at about 5K on Worlds cards at the bare minimum now. Just because the collector's market has picked up so much for these. They're totally unplayable. It's fine, but you're looking at a piece of solid history in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think things like that are the reason why I enjoy the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because you can pick up something extremely rare and just enjoy it to its fullest. Highest I've ever placed an event, third place YCS in Indianapolis, 2012? Yeah, 2012 was my highest there. I've won a couple regionals back in my day, back in my prime. And what got me into YouTube? Well, I suck at writing. Most of you guys have probably noticed random ass spelling errors and things like that on my videos every once in a while, which is fine. You know, you guys don't rail me too hard for them. But I wanted to educate people on the knowledge and the theories that I had going for gadgets. And for the most part, a lot of people were very, very, very happy with the knowledge I had, but I can't, like I said, I can't write a fucking article to save my life. So I went to a video platform, wanted to speak, wanted to give my opinion. And for the most part, well, it worked, you know? People value what I have to say, and that's why I started YouTubing. I had an opinion. People like what I had to say. Pretty straightforward. St. Maddox asked, marry one, fuck one, kill one. John Moore, Farfa, and Simo. Well, I'm basically already married to John, between our stream project and whatnot. Nadir would probably be a terrible fuck, in my opinion. Simo's voice, on the other hand, would be majestic. Sorry, Farfa, I think you're taking the L on this one. I think we're smashing Simo in this particular instance. Sorry, Farfa. Better luck next time. Philip Centatiamo asked, what was your first real playmat you got to play card games with in general? I actually have a gadget mat from 2007. I don't remember what my original playmat was. Obviously, I think it was the paper mat one. But I had a gadget mat that followed me around. It is my legacy. It's buried in a pile somewhere. I didn't really have time to grab it, but it does wonderful things. I still have it. I don't play on it anymore. It's ragged. It's worn throughout the years, but it's got red, yellow, and green on it. It's like them in a little city. You know, they're doing their best. So there is that. So Kelton Cordell asked, can you do a face reveal? Alright, give me a sec. I got you. Alright, time for a face reveal. It is I, the Gadget Man. Now, for those of you that don't actually know, I actually did have the old original Gadget jacket designed. My friends and I call this the tarp, for all intents and purposes, the way that this shit looks. But this was one of the coolest things I ever had designed. My one mistake when we actually did this thing a couple years ago was we didn't actually put like pockets on. Should have designed it like the Pokemon Professor coat. But to be honest with you, I'm still looking fucking snazzy as hell. Remember, I am a giant, 6 foot, pretty standard actually. But I honestly hope that this is good enough for your little face reveal. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Alright, moving on along. Rudy Javier asked, Robbie, any chance we could see some live duels from you and a possibility of in-depth discussions about the decks you play and your personal opinion on side deck choices, including what to take out and what to put in? Well, also a segment about becoming a better deck builder would be awesome. Been a fan for years, and congrats on the success. Well, thank you, sir. I wouldn't exactly say I'm super successful yet. We'll get there. I'll be happy as fuck when I get an actual good gadget jacket. But for the most part here, to answer your first question, could we see some live duels from you? We're trying to do them every weekend from locals, so you will get the chance to see those. That's definitely something that I've tried to improve on here. Possibility of in-depth discussions about the decks I play and my personal opinions. I don't play as much Yu-Gi-Oh! As I think people let on. I play maybe once or twice a week. I have 2 locals. Actually, I have 3. A Saturday, a Sunday, and a Thursday. I almost always go to my Thursday when I can. I haven't been the last couple weeks because I've just been busy on late night shit. But for the most part, I really don't play much more than I think people tend to understand from me. This is Sky Striker at the moment. For the most part, I am still playing Pure. I think, I think Pure is the way to go. At least, my deck is more geared towards my local scene. Just the general things that I generally deal with. Card choices and things like that. I think a lot of people give me a lot more credit for being a deck builder than I think I deserve. My problem with deck building in general is I don't know fucking theory unless I see something. The way my personality works is I need to see something and I want to change it for myself. If I don't have a basic bridge on where I wanted to go, I had an idea where I wanted to go with Sky Strikers a little bit, but until I see these fundamental week 1, week 2 deck list, there's not much I can really offer outside of my raw core opinion. You know, I have to give myself time to shape my reality into the way that I want it to go. But for the most part, until that, I guess, core opinion kind of comes together in my mind, I can't really do much in terms of offering my opinion. I also have to get my feet wet. In terms of doing like side deck choices and things like that, the first thing I tell you is Upstart Goblin is always something you go to, but it kind of just depends on the matchup. I've kind of gotten desensitized to a lot of like side decking choices throughout the game, but I don't know if desensitized was the right word there. The way that I look at side deck choices is if a card's bad in a matchup, you take it out for something probably better. Segment on being a deck builder is also a really hard one to offer. Because the way I do things is, once again, I get core idea from somebody else, look at it, implement it. It's the same thing I do with Vanguard. I look at least like 12 different OCG lists, make my card choices based on that. It's usually a combination of experience, at least for me, and resourcing and information to kind of come together into one factual sheet, I feel. So, hope that at least answers your question, Rudy Javier. Next up, Calvin Gilliard asked, "Damn, Robbie, how you so fine?" See, when you have your own ego stroking you at every waking moment. Kind of looks like the Spanish flag is on me. Wow, I have reached a new interesting stage in my life. I'm wearing a gadget jacket for a Q&A video. So, there's been a lot of good, interesting stuff here. Alright. One of the following trading card... Oh, hold on. This was asked by Midnight Blue. One of these following trading card games, which of the following do you play more or less, and why? YuGiOh, Vanguard, Buddy Fight, Magic, Pokemon, FAO, Weiss, Dragonborn, and Dragon Ball Super. So first off, play YuGiOh every Thursday. Vanguard is my second competitive game. I actually really enjoy it. We do a lot of tabletop on my second channel for it. That's about it. Buddy Fight looks fun, but I don't have the attention span for it. Magic, if I had more time. I love Modern. It's fun as fuck. I had a couple Modern decks, sold them because I didn't play as much as I wanted to for how much money Modern is. Pokemon is okay. Don't really have the time to play it. Same thing with FAO. FAO was fun, but rotation killed it for me, so I don't get to play it anymore. Weiss Shores. So I have 3 friends. Actually, I have 4 friends that play Weiss. I have literally the entire armada of Japanese decks. And obviously, I still need to do more. One of the things that we have, this is just what I could grab in arm's reach here. Rabbits. This isn't as good as it used to be. Obviously, they got a new set. But I love Weiss. Weiss is my filthy game that I go to get my ass beat. If you want to know what gives me a driving force to want to continue trading card games, it's getting my ass decimated in Weiss. Because it fuels me to want to get better. Dragonborn shit. Dragon Ball Super, I want to play Super. Don't get me wrong, I love the game. But I I can't afford it. I can't afford multiple games besides the 3 I'm already playing. You gotta make a sacrifice somewhere. Anthony Cantos asked, what is your favorite anime? Well, fuck me. Clanad's probably my favorite romance anime, just because you get mind fucked so hard. Rumbling Hearts is a close second. Honestly, anything in the Gundam universe. Gundam 00 has been growing on me throughout the years. I love mech animes and things like that. High School of the Dead had a really cool story for what it was. I love zombie movies in general, but probably Clanad. How would you hit the... Oh, hold on. Utah Raf asks, how would you hit the current meta in the next ban list? Sky Strikers, Trickstar, Spiral, Goki, Altergeist, and FTKs. Whew. My man, you hit me low here. So Sky Strikers just engage to 2, Hornet drones to 1, Trickstars reincarnation to 1, Firewall ban. Spirals are fine. Honestly, just kill Firewall. Goki are dead with Firewall ban. Altergeist, let Altergeist have their time. I don't think there's any FTKs that need to be really taken care of. Firewall's the problem. If you don't think Firewall's the problem, you're in denial. Philip Train asks, what does Pot of Greed do? It allows me to draw 2 cards. In fact, Yugi boy. How much do I weigh? Asked Ming Yun Lam. About 4 normal people. Normal people are like 110, 120. I'll let you figure that one. Oh, damn. Ming Yun Lam asked a lot of questions here. So, he also asked, am I still in college? So here's the thing. I am not. I am an official college dropout. Hey. Oh, happens. Just kind of left when started pursuing what I enjoy, which is YuGiOh. And one thing left to another, and we're still here. So, honestly, as long as you have fun with what you do, it's not a problem, right? Following it up, also got asked how old I am. I am, in fact, of the 28 variety. I'm going to be 29 this year. It's a real shocker. My favorite deck of all time also was asked by him. Gadgets, of course, anti-meta, all the fucking way. Also was asked, how do you make your money for YuGiOh? By studying, adapting, molding, making sure that I am in the top physical shape of my life to give an opinion on the game of YuGiOh. I have to be YuGiOh. I have to be just the shit tier deck that exists. And by my powers combined, make YouTube videos and run a business on the side and make really good investments in my life. That's how I afford the game of YuGiOh. Really hard decisions, I'll tell you that. And then his last question here is, what's better, Vanguard or YuGiOh? YuGiOh is better in the long run if you have more cards. Vanguard is better if you're a newer player starting off, fundamentally. I don't see any reason why, being a new player, you wouldn't want to approach Vanguard. Obviously, depends on what your player base is doing. Obviously, I think YuGiOh at times has a bigger player base. But my problem with bigger player base is the game really funner. You also have to spend a lot more money on YuGiOh than you do Vanguard. But we were always blinging out our shit in Vanguard, so we're always spending about the same amount of money. But there is that. So we're going to wrap up the first Q&A video here. And I just have to say, damn. Don't you wish you had a cool ass gadget jacket like me? Alright guys, we're going to do part 2 over time. There's going to be a lot of these. Probably going to be doing this shit all fucking week. But for the most part, kudos for surviving part 1. And remember, you should probably pick up Sky Striker Trickstar if you're planning on winning an event anytime soon. Because if not, well, sucks to suck. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.